Let's do this. Let's go live. Yo. There we go. There it is. Stream is online. Hey. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hey G, good afternoon on this cloudy day. Hey Big Berry. Does look like the winter has really hit. No more clear blue skies so far. Although for a minute this morning it looked like it was going to clear up, and then the clouds came back. Hey Rob, good afternoon. Oh, is this the Schengen? We're looking at a dredge from 1996. Okay, I've set everything up before going live. It's a rare occasion. Hey Ray, good afternoon. All right, with that we have said hi to one person at least on every platform, so I know I'm live on all three. Cool, cool. So yeah, welcome in everyone on a very moody Friday afternoon, I would say, in terms of weather at least. Might even have to get the gloves out. Moin, Rhea. Just wait for everybody to roll in before I start talking a lot. But we do have a 400 meter ship today. It's been so long, I can't remember when we last saw an ultra large container ship. But today is the day that we get one. It was scheduled to depart in Antwerp at 1:30, so that's like 15 minutes ago. And I saw tugboats around that time around it, so I'll check the radar in a little bit, but I'm gonna assume that she is underway now. There was also something else that I wanted to check. Hey eyes. Ooh, it works. I hear the honk. Giant Ray, thank you for the 4 months on Kick. Thank you for the 95%. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate your support. Hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at this. So this is one of the dredges. So this can basically vacuum the bottom. I do feel like the color settings are not perfect. I'll check the color settings in a minute. Well, I'm going to do it now, actually. Let's go to menu. Oh, yeah, I need to look. Oh, God, that's going to be so annoying. Hang on. Where is the white balance? Yeah, let's set it on cloudy, I guess. Let's see if that's better. Oh, yeah, that's already better, in my opinion. So, yeah, thank you for the support, Ray. Appreciate that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this is a dredge. So this basically vacuums the river. You can see big belts on her hopper mouth, I think. Is it on this side? Is that it? No, her upper mouth would be at the back probably. Yeah, there. Yeah, that is the big vacuum. So basically they lower this whole tube. That is the vacuum mouth. Relaxing streams. I always look forward to coming out to the river. I had a very stressful week. Well, it wasn't that bad, but I had some stress, and now I can wind down. Look at that guy. Westerschelde Vice. Do they dredge for gold? No, no, not in the river here. That would be crazy. And what all these dredges basically do is they keep the shipping lane deep enough, because this whole river is a tidal river, so water comes up and down. So the bottom of the river shifts continuously. So it's a constant battle to keep the shipping lane at least deep enough for these massive ships. Look at this thing. Speeding. Little dinghy. Oh, that was a big splash. I think it hit the wake of the ship there. You did miss a Roro when I arrived here, guys. I apologize, I couldn't make it earlier. But if you look over there in the distance, there is a big Roro that came by before I started to stream. But there is an interesting Roro coming from Zeebrugge to Antwerp this afternoon. I'm just not sure if it's going to be here in time. I think the pilot pickup was scheduled for 1, but it has to go through the sluice in Zeebrugge first, so that might take some time. Hey Palauser, good afternoon, welcome. Let me check, hey Frasgaballer. Oh, I bumped the camera, I do apologize. Let me check the radar on the Roro. It's not too busy, but we do get our 400 meter ship, so we can't complain, right? Oh, it hasn't left yet, the Silverstone. Yeah, we're not gonna see that one today, are we? That's unfortunate. It is what it is. Also, why is my background not loading? Let's go here and there. Let's check again. Okay, that's better. Let's also check on the big container ship that we are expecting. She just started moving, I think. Wow, for some reason the map is not loading on my radar. Let's try again. There we go. Yeah, I think they're maneuvering it slowly. Vlietenkikker, Moin, Sparrow 1, hello, welcome in everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this moody, cloudy day on the river. Hey Marzi, will it work? One day, Marzi, one day it will work here. But today is not the day, is it? It is interesting, there was a very large container ship earlier this morning. You can still see it on the horizon. This is a 333 meter long ship. So the one that we are going to see later today is even 70 meters longer than this one, almost a third longer. Other than that, it's a pretty quiet day on the river again, per usual. It's a big girl indeed. For the regular viewers, some of you might have remembered the old tugboat we caught coming in on Saturday, I believe. It was built in 1969, so that is actually an active tugboat. It's currently being attached to a dredge that I think is scheduled for scrapping in Poland. It was also scheduled to go out this morning at 10, but it hasn't even left the port yet. So maybe with some luck we'll see it, but I'm not too hopeful for that. We'll have to see. That is interesting. A tugboat from 1969 and still going strong, crossing seas, tugging stuff along. Really cool. We also got to talk about the drone a little bit. I'm a bit on edge for flying the drone these days. There's too much drone news for my liking. My goodness. So a very chilly wind. Look at the big girl. She's in the sun now. It's beautiful. I see like a tall ship at the river entrance. Let's see where that is. Or what that is. Wow. For some reason the internet on this phone is incredibly slow. Let me restart this app again. What's a bulk carrier going to Ghent? No, that's not a... Is that a... No. Looks like a container ship. Or let's check it out together with the zoom lens. Oh. What are you? Still looks like a container ship, doesn't it? Which one is it? Oh, I think that's... Oh, it's the CMA CGM Thalassa. Okay, so that's one that we'll see later. Hey Kirby, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Meanwhile, let's take a little tour on the other side. What is parked there? Good afternoon, Jacob. Welcome in. So we have... Let me check on radar. If my radar app wants to function, because it's really slow. So this is the STI Hammersmith. She is currently docked to a pier actually over there. Chemical oil products tanker. Came from Donge in France. Donge. Never heard of that before. Donge. And then a little bit to the right of it is the Janine K. It's a very Dutch name, or Flemish name as well. Janine. An oil products tanker. Came from Brazil all the way. Paranagua. Ooh, this is an interesting one. This one came before it was in Brazil, it was in Russia. Primorsk. Do we think it's a Shadow Fleet ship? Will there be drones launched from it soon? Stay tuned, we'll keep an eye on it. And then if we pan a lot further, over there, we have the Songa Taurus, another oil tanker, chemical / oil products tanker. It's going to Rotterdam soon. Came from Denmark, Fredericia, before that Gothenburg in Sweden. Yeah, is the tug? No scythe. So if you look in the Discord, you will see that I posted a picture of the tug. I drove by it coming here. They're still docked. They're still getting ready. There was a lot of activity, even on the water on a small boat. They were like checking the lines on that tugboat and stuff. So they're getting ready to tug, but they weren't ready yet. They were scheduled to leave at 10 actually, so they're way behind schedule. And if I now zoom in on it, it's still there. Oh, there is a tugboat now attached to the thing it's tugging. Yeah, so we might actually see that one in an hour or two from now. So that tugboat is actually tugging a ship on the way to a scrapyard, I believe, in Poland. I'm not 100% sure on it, but it was a dredge ship. I forgot the name again. What was the name? Look at my pictures. The Pompey. But it was completely scrapped at the top, like all the conveyor belts. That was the word I was looking for. All the conveyor belts and stuff were taking off the ship, so it's only a hull with a bridge on it. So I can only assume it's going to Poland to be further scrapped, maybe. Yeah. Hey, Dutch fella. Good afternoon. Coming. Yeah, there's a very good 400-meter ship scheduled later today, Almeria, as big as they get. It's just leaving Antwerp now, so it's going to be a little bit longer until that one is here. So lots of stuff. It's a bit quiet now, but I do think activity on the river will pick up a bit in the next 2 hours. So we'll see what we can catch. Are you checking the North Sea? I didn't really check what is coming in yet. I know there's a container ship because I can see it on the horizon. Yeah, we'll see. Awesome, fella. Awesome. So for the regular viewers, our regular subscriber, Dutch fella, is heading back out to sea. He is how long is it? Is it a 90-day trip you have to do to get your certificate again? There's a Maersk oil tanker to Ghent. Really? Wow, let me check. Where is that one positioned, Almeria? That coast you said? Let's see. Maersk Cyprus. Ooh, that is very unique. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that is exciting. Yeah, cool. Didn't even see that one yet. Oh, sorry, forgot to pan the camera. A 90-day trip, and then you can request your final certificate of competence. Cool. Do you already know where you're going on that trip, or is that to be seen for orders? Or do you have a rough idea where you'll be sailing? You can also see that the water is pretty low. I don't think it's fully low tide anymore, but must look like Europe and South America. Wow, that's cool. Get your vaccines in order, my dude. There's some nasty diseases in South America, but I assume you're aware of that. Oh, okay. It's a regular service between Europe, Suriname, and Guyana. Cool. Too bad you're not coming to Antwerp. There's nasty disease in Europe too. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's like I meant more like these exotic diseases that you get through like mosquitoes and stuff like that. I don't know. I just assumed. I'm gonna have to find a better way for the monitor this winter. I don't like this. I have to look into getting another clamp. A bit smoggy. No, it's just poor visibility. There's not a lot of wind at Pole, so that's usually when the visibility is reduced. We can still see Vlissingen in the distance. So. Okay, Antwerp is an option. Okay. Dude, I'll have to you have to let me know once you leave, and then I'll bookmark the ship that you're on in my fleet, and then I'll keep an eye on where you are. It would be amazing if we could catch you at some point while you're on the ship. That would be really cool. Ooh, that's awesome, Dutch fella. Love that. Should give you your own channel, Dutch fella updates from the sea. Updates from the sea. Yeah, we're currently looking at a tiny inland ship, but there's bigger stuff coming. It's all coming. Just gonna need a bit of patience. It's a good time now, guys, to think about your life. Slow down, look at the ships, the water, think about life. No passenger ships today. No, they're rare on the river. They're really rare. I would love to catch another cruise ship in Rotterdam, though. They're still there regularly. I do have a lot of vacation days left this year, so maybe I should look into doing one somewhere. Maybe in October? Go to Rotterdam for a day or two? We'll see. If we find time. Ooh, is it Starlink? Or does it have another satellite internet system? At Zeebrugge, you see, that is true, Almeria, but I think I talked about it before. There's really no good options at Zeebrugge for ship spotting. There's one spot you can stand, but you can just see the ships in the distance. It's really poor. And they have like these amazing piers there at Zeebrugge, but they're not publicly accessible. So yeah, it's unfortunate. No, I'm sorry, probably EG. Ooh, the Talisa is a 346 meter one. Bigger than I thought. Came from Hamburg. Also, let's talk about the drone. I'm a bit antsy to fly it today. With all the news over the past week about drones, I feel like flying it on the river next to these massive shipping containers, massive cargo ships. Words. I don't know. I'm a bit on edge for flying. Fly it. I'm really on edge for it. You can't make me. I have it on me though, the drone. We'll see. Le Havre is a bit too far. Yeah, Le Havre is too far. I think Rotterdam is the best place to do cruise ship spotting for me. What's up with the drones? Haven't you seen the news? There's been like drones disrupting airports all week. I don't know how many instances there were by now, but in Denmark, it wasn't Denmark, but yeah, now the whole of Europe is on edge about drones. And they weren't like attack drones or anything, they were just regular drones. So, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Hello from the Westerschelde Drone Authority. We have approved your flight for today. Thanks and regards. That relaxes me. Oh, now I'm not on edge anymore. 2 airport incidents in Denmark, and there's more incidents around military installations. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm a bit on edge for flying the drone. Maybe I'm just gonna skip this weekend, let things die down, and then once everything returns to normal, people won't be on edge anymore for when they see a drone. It's stupid though, because legally I'm perfectly allowed to fly the drone here. It's just, I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable doing it. So that's why I'm gonna skip this weekend. If I don't fight again, the bad guys win. You know what the problem is? I don't want any hassle with anyone. So it's not, to me, it's not about letting the bad guys win. I want to fly the drone, but other people will freak out if I fly the drone. Ooh, what are you? Where did you come from? It's an interesting looking ship. Go from a very long fishing rod. That's an option for sure. Let me pull out my fishing rod. Hazelmeer, other type. Looking at the colors, it almost looks like a government vessel. I'm not too sure. Let's follow it. It's actually funny, I've never flown around a 400-meter ship yet. The biggest ones that we did was 366 with the drone. Attach your wire. Ooh, the sun is coming out. That's neat. Does look like some kind of a support vessel. A lot of stuff in the back there, cranes. Multiple of them. I think the main thing I'm worried about for flying drone is that people will call the authorities and be like, oh, there's somebody flying a drone, and they'll come by and I'll have to yada yada yada. I try to avoid those images sites. I'm not following that actively. These days I read headlines and that's it. I don't need to see more. Once a day. Other than that, I'm perfectly happy in my bubble. So we got another dredge type inland ship coming as well from the other side. Has like a massive conveyor belt on it and a crane and a tiny bobcat, or is that how do you call it? Tiny thingy, tiny digger. It's probably used to scoop out the cargo hold or something. And you can see a massive conveyor belt on it. Look at that crane and the pistons, that's cool. Oh, it is from Rijkswaterstaat, it is from the government, this one. I already thought so with the colors, but I wasn't certain, but that is their logo, that blue thing with the white. It's a police ship, yep. Well, it's not police, it's government. They do maintain and patrol the river, but it's not. There's also police boats. This is not one of them. I wonder if the tide is rising or inland service vessel police patrol. It's funny because there are actual police boats. They have different color schemes as well. I guess they're all closely tied together. just check the tides for a minute here. I'm curious. Tides. Yeah, we have passed low tide, so the water is rising. Okay. Meanwhile, the container ship has turned towards us. Let's take a quick look at it. If she stops turning, she'll go straight towards us. There's a bird aerial battle going on right now. Seagull is totally being an asshole to this other bird. Like how quiet it is by the water. There's also a lot less people here than when it's summer. The ship was built in Korea by Daewoo. It has a capacity of 11,040 containers. Does Daewoo still build cars? I remember the ad, Daewoo and you. Oh, it's become Chevrolet now, okay. No, they're still building ships. No, that is true, Shinura. I also haven't seen one in forever. But for some reason that little commercial voice is stuck in my head. Or I still remember it. Some good sun coming out tonight. Let me take off my jacket. Let's see if it's doable without. In terms of streaming for this weekend, I think we should be able to do 3 streams tomorrow and Sunday as well. I think. Don't think there's anything planned. Okay, so Daewoo Motors hasn't. Okay. Yeah, it was Daewoo Shipbuilding that built this one in 2008. Look at it shine in the sun. Beautiful. Good afternoon, Akandas. Welcome in. Maybe they're also difficult to spot because nobody wanted to drive one, and they were pretty rare. And for those of you who missed it last week, we were on the topic of cars. I had to order a new company car, so we ordered a new car last week. Although I haven't had any confirmations yet. So that means so far it's not ordered. There are still trucks and buses now by Tata. Which one I got? The Ford Explorer. It's an EV, so the only choices was electric vehicles, full electric. The dilemma was between the Volvo EX40 Black Edition or the Ford Explorer. But I was able to choose the Ford Explorer full option, so I got that one. I'm excited and scared at the same time for driving electric, but we'll see. There was no other option anyway. I have realized this week that how much of a hassle it's going to be installing the loading box at my house. It's going to be a ton of work to install that thing. Get ready for the range anxiety. Yeah. Although after talking to so I did go to the Ford garage before ordering it, just to take a look at one. After talking with the guy, I'm kind of confident that it will be fine. There's not many days that you do more than 400 kilometers in a day. Even though the theoretical range is 560, I believe. Let's be real. I think 400 is a more realistic range. It has a massive iPad on the inside. Maybe we can run the stream through that iPad. The stream is powered by Ford Explorer. Hey Leon, good afternoon. Welcome. For all of you who just joined, you're all, holy moly, that's loud. Holy moly, Craggy, that's a long ass time, my dude. 74 months. How are you, buddy? And thank you. Yeah, it does have some kind of sound that it makes, so people hear the car. But I think every electrical vehicle has it. Tired. Should I ask why you're tired? All the parties in the sex dungeon. Moin, Kex. Welcome. Oh, health stuff. I know. Hope you feel better soon then, buddy. I hate health stuff. But I'm feeling better than ever. I'm slowly climbing out of my my low point. Eating healthy 5 days a week, losing weight, and I feel more energetic. Just there's a few things that I still need to work on. More exercise and a better sleeping schedule. Two things. The sex parties are affecting his health in a positive way. There is if you have kids, my dude. So I was up until 2 a.m. last. Oh, the mic is a bit loud, isn't it? It's maybe one lower. There we go. I was up until 2 a.m. last night, but this morning at 8, children were loud in the house, so I was up. There's no such thing as I'm gonna sleep in until 10. Oh, there's a massive cycling gang coming by now. I'll show them. Those. Where'd they go in? That's a dead end. I guess they're visiting the chemical plant on bikes. Hey Jacob, good afternoon. Welcome from the Netherlands. Our next ship is approaching. And yeah, for all of you who just joined, the 400-meter ship is still underway. It departed Antwerp, so it is on the river. I think we should have our first sighting of her probably in 40 minutes. Ooh, we got an airplane spotting rate. Wait, are you guys all watching ads now? Because Twitch is being weird. Should I wait? Okay, I see somebody from the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Only one. Fluggesellschaft. Dankeschön for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. You went from a plane action to ship slowness. Yeah, welcome to the ship spotting stream from the Netherlands. We are expecting a 400-meter ship today, so I'm excited for that. It's been a while since we got our 400-meter ultra-large container ship fix, so it's gonna be cool. Well, we'll see that one later today. And other thing is there is a very old tugboat on the canal to Ghent, also gonna come by here, which is tugging a ship on the way to the scrapyard. So I hope to catch that one as well. Hey, Mr. Eamon, it's been a while. Welcome back, dude. And then, yeah, usually we do fly the drone over the river as well, but I'm a bit on edge today with the current news for flying the drone. So I don't know, I might skip it today. Hey Monkey. What news? So there's been regular drones that have been disturbing airports in Denmark all week, Cracky. So I'm kind of on edge now for flying my drone over the river. Even though it's fully legal, everything is fine. It's just the perception of people about drones these days has took a turn. So I'm a bit on edge for flying the drone. Hey Gallifreyan, good afternoon. Great wishes from Hamburg. Well, this ship actually came directly from Hamburg, the one that we're looking at, Skulze. Also, Schnurdo, I don't think I'll go for it. I'm actually saving up money for working on the garden, or works that we want to do in the garden. We want to place a jacuzzi. But it might be a while until we saved up enough. But yeah, if I keep buying big Lego sets, then I cannot buy the jacuzzi. Drone flying is allowed? Yes, Mr. Oh yeah, it's been a while since you've been on the stream. So somebody linked me a document that is the official management document of the river, Mr. Eamon. And it actually excludes that drone flying is allowed. So it's the access, so it's basically the restriction document, like this is not allowed. But it excludes drone flying except in areas where birds are nesting. And there's a specific list of areas listed in that document. So I can perfectly fly my drone here. And we have done in the past. If you look on the YouTube channel, which you are on, there's even a video of a water salute that we filmed with the drone. Indeed, idiots flying drones in restricted areas. Exactly. That is exactly it. The only thing, in my opinion, with the drone flying is that now, because of all these incidents in Denmark, there's like a public perception that drone flying is dangerous, and people are so on edge right now for seeing a drone just fly. So, I don't know. Especially over the river, right? With these massive cargo ships. Hey Wookie. Hey Zoo. Good afternoon, everyone. Hey Tism. Moin Ulrich. Everybody is rolling in. You are all still on time to see the 400-meter container ship. You've always been told it was not allowed. Yeah, so there's a misconception because the whole river, remember, this river where these massive container ships that we're looking at right now go through is a nature reserve. And it's classified as Natura 2000, which is a term used in Europe for a specific type of nature area that they want to protect. And in general, when an area is Natura 2000, you cannot fly a drone. But once they introduced it in 2016, there was so much pushback from people who do like flying their drone over the river that they actually foresaw an exception for drone flying. And also, what is it called? Glider planes are also allowed over the river. So you can fly your glider here if you have one. Hey Schneider, moin. The good thing is though that there's almost nobody here today, so there's not many people to freak out about my drone, I guess. Natura 2000, sounds like a name of a 2000s Trans Ant. But I'm pretty sure that the whole drone, what is it, the drone craziness will die down in a week if nothing else happens. Or it will increase if more incidents happen, but let's hope not. The drone freak out. That being said, I still haven't caught a I still haven't caught a 400-meter ship with a drone, so I'm a bit sad. Today would have been the day. This one's going all the way to Antwerp, Mand. So it's not gonna dock here, but it's gonna come really close to us. Look at commands about my drone. So I have, because we're in Europe, I have a certificate now. I'm a certified drone pilot. My drone is tagged with a unique code that links back to me. So if anything happens, they know where to find me. So there are rules to flying the drone. I cannot go too close to the ships. So the basic rule is that if you fly, for example, 50 meters high, you also have to be 50 meters laterally from the ship. Have I seen the move when the ship hits the wall? There are many videos on the internet where ships hit walls. It happens. We're official as fuck. Yeah, I'm an official drone pilot. It was a full 6-hour course online that I had to do for it. On the beach? Oh yeah, they're stranding them for scrapping. Yeah, it's also a thing. She's getting closer. Yes, so there's 3 types of drone certificates that you can get. There's, what is it, A1, A2, A3. For A1 and A3, you have to do a theoretical course, which is the one that I did. And then there's A2 as well, which does include a practical exam. What is the difference with 1, 2, and 3? With A2, you can also fly drones over massive crowds. So I'm not allowed to fly my drone over a big crowd, but not really an issue. But then you need to do a proper, like, practical exam as well. It is interesting. I don't think it's black. It's blue, but it is the CMA blue, but it's missing the white letters on the hull. Yeah, it's blue, but it's missing the letters. A person was detected at the door. Oh, the sun is beaming down on me. Now it's warm again. I also see a container ship coming from Antwerp now in the distance. Let me see, can we already... Nope. Let's check on the progress of the 400-meter one. I am curious. There's a few different things for tracking. Where is she? Is that her? Oh, we got another hour, I think, until we see her. And then we are also tracking the one that is being... Shh! Seagulls, please. I'm trying to think. No, the leopard is still not... Oh wait, it is moving. Oh, nice. The tugboat is also underway. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. So there's also a script that is, I assume, being tugged to the scrapyard in Poland. It's underway. Hey, Salt. Good afternoon. Oh, it's super nice with the sun out now. Really good. I like it. Hey, Farmer William. Good afternoon. Now, one seagull is very loud. I'm not sure if the mic picks up on it. Not yet, Salt. It's been a slow start, but things will pick up over the next hour to 2 hours. Which tug is it? It's called the Leopard, Mr. Eamon. It's on the canal coming from Ghent. And the ship it's tugging is called the Pompey, but it's not even on radar anymore, so it's completely dark, the ship. Papu, you're just... We really need a counter for people making that joke. My AliExpress, Temu or Shine package is coming in. Funny enough, none of these containers will contain Temu packages or AliExpress packages. They all come through the air. What is in these containers is all the stuff that you buy in regular stores, wherever you live. Yeah, it's a decent sized container ship, this one. Your board game from Kickstarters came in by boat. Yeah, that told us that. Wait, has it arrived yet? Can't remember. You also had a thing coming in by ship. I mean, maybe if you order like a very big machine from AliExpress, because yeah, AliExpress has literally everything, then maybe it will come by container though. Yeah, not in the freshest state, this ship, I would argue. Maybe we can get a rust rating on her. If you're new to the channel, you don't know how the rust rating works. So basically, we look at the ship and then we will give it a number from 1 or from 0 to 10. 10 being it's completely rusted, it shouldn't be floating. 0 means it's perfectly healthy, it's perfectly fine. So let's take a look at it. What is the rust rating on this ship? I'll let the hull slowly sail by here. Ooh, she's a rumbler. Dude, Kick really has a botting problem. Holy. Also keep in mind that this is not a democracy. I have the final vote. Okay, we have a 4, a 3, a 3, a 2. Look at the superstructure though, guys. Look at it. Disgusting. Yes, a 5 has been sinking. Okay. Hey, Lockdown. Thank you for the tier 1. 4 months already. Thank you for the support, man. I mean, look. Guys, you're gonna give this a 2 or a 3? A 4, 4, 5.7. She was lost in dry dock the 6th of December 23. So that's almost 2 years ago. Hey, Tajama. Leon says a 2. Almira says a 5. I don't know, guys. I'm leaning towards a 6, to be honest. Or am I being too harsh on this one? In rust we trust. A 6. There we go. Ulrich also voting 6. I'm leaning towards a 6. Ooh, what is that over there? Something on top. That is not a container. It's like a wooden box. Oh, hang on. Let's try to zoom. It's some kind of metal structure. And more special packages on the, where is it? There. So wrapped in plastic for protection. All right, my final score for this ship. God. Okay. Wait, let me look at the back of the ship. Let's look at the aft. See how that looks. Solid after sniffing. Hey, Dr. O. Okay. Final rust rating on this ship, the CMA CGM Thalassa, is a solid 6. There it is. Solid 6. Maybe I was too harsh. Maybe it should be a 5. No, I'm sticking to the 6. We can go back now. There's also like a tiny, tiny green ship coming. I think it's a coaster, I'm not sure what it is. But it's over there. I worked on the old GDR ferries. There were no paint and only rust. Oh, the ship was detained in Russia in 2018 due to outdated charts. Jesus Christ. I feel like Russia should be the last one to detain a ship for not being in order, but hey. It looks like the weather's clearing up a bit. See clear blue skies now. Nice. Yeah, never vote too early, Leon. Your 2 was too low. Never vote too early. Oh, that's why, yeah, the maps were outdated because Crimea was part of Ukraine. Okay, shouldn't be joking about it. But you know what, chat? The world might be in a weird place right now, but if you turn off the news and you just live your life, life is good. You have not missed the big girl, Bic. She has left Antwerp, and I think we'll see her appear on the horizon in like half an hour-ish from now. And I think it will be another hour and a half until she's in front of us. But we'll keep an eye on it. Clinical clean. The difference, Ulrich, the difference. I wonder what that small boat is actually that is approaching. Is that an inland ship or a coaster? I think it's a coaster, but let's check. Oh, it's an Arklow ship. Ah, Arklow. That's why it's green. Ooh, that one is going to Jorf Lasfar in Morocco. Jorf Lasfar. Totally butchered that. General cargo ship. It's called the Arklow Clan. Built in the Netherlands, actually. Ah. She looks so tiny compared to the big container ship. So then also coming towards us, let's take a look at it real quick, is that one. It's like another container ship, is it? Yeah, this is the W Kampala. We'll see that one in a little bit then. What's that, I'm on the south side, the spot that I'm always at, Terneuzen. Exclamation mark location. Will also tell you where I'm standing. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this ship is fully loaded. And crazy enough, it's going all the way to Morocco like this. It's gonna be a journey. I'm close to you? What do you mean? Where are you, Cracky? At home. How am I closer to you than otherwise? I know the sun is gone. Now it's suddenly chilly again. Come back, sun. She's also quite smoky, the Arklow clan. There's something funky with my tripod going on. I don't like this. Dude. Okay, here we go. And although he's here, no, this is the spot I'm always standing. Okay, I'm gonna put my vest back on now. It's gonna be one of those days where you take your vest on and off 10 times for one stream. Oh, there's plenty of those, Ulrich. There's a Mars ship on the way out as well. I know there's a tanker from Marsk on the way in, which is a rarer sight, as Marsk usually has container ships. Oh, the Montana. Oh, that one is rusty as hell. I think we've seen it quite recently, a few weeks or months ago. So yeah, that thing is gonna be rust. It's a proper rust bucket, the Montana. What the ships would be hiding. Yeah, rust. Oh, if the Mars Montana is gonna come by, then yeah, we might have to do another rust rating for today. Absolutely. Well, look how deep this one is in the water. The thing that this thing has to go over the sea now, all the way to Morocco. It's crazy. We like the rust buckets. We also have some more stuff coming in from the coast now as well. Cool, cool. I'm pretty sure it will arrive though, Tumba. Just if you see it on the river, it doesn't look like a ship that you would link with going out at sea. What is happening at the house? Keep getting alerts from people at the door. Let me check that for a minute. That's happening. Okay. Back. Hey Wendy, good afternoon. Yeah, the Bay of Biscay on a ship like this, fully loaded, it can be a lot of fun if you like a roller coaster. can't believe how deep she is on the water. Do wonder, what is she transporting from Belgium or Antwerp to Morocco? What do we export there? That could be in a general cargo ship. So many questions. And we'll never know. We got a tanker coming by as well. This is the, let's check on it. I barely can, there it is. Iomar Ceres. The Bomar, oh, wait, where did wait. Oh, it's, okay, yeah. It's a B, not an E. Bomar. She is pretty empty. Where did she come from? Let's check on radar. Where did you come from? She came from Norway. Porsgrunn. Porsgrunn. In Norway. White sand, our biggest export product. Is that so? Are we exporting white sand to Morocco? Yeah, sand, that's something they don't have enough of. All right, Zoo, have fun, buddy. For the chip industry, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think they're making a lot of chips in Morocco. All right. Next chip coming in. Small container ship. This is going to be classified as a general cargo ship. No, it is a container ship. The CT Rotterdam came from Dublin in Ireland. Fun fact, with desert sand you cannot make concrete. There you go. You guys are all concrete experts. Thanks for giving me some concrete examples of that. Yeah, appreciate that. Oh, we've been live for over an hour and I haven't done my shtick yet. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the relaxing ship spotting vibe, don't forget to drop a follow if you're watching on Twitch and Kick, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It's all free. It helps out the channel a lot. And I did make a promise recently that if we reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I will rent an event boat and we will go out on the river with the event boat and a whole bunch of subscribers of the YouTube channel. So that is a promise. If you ever reach 1 million subscribers, I will do that. I'm gonna take my jacket off again because now I'm warm. Can it be the pancake boat? I mean, if you can rent it all the way out here, then yeah, I don't mind doing the pancake boat. Toomba, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for the support, man. I mean, if I hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, It's now gonna be 1 million people coming to the ship event. I like the stream. Thank you, Demon Days. I like you. But I'll make sure that it's a sufficiently sized ship that we rent so we can have a proper amount of people while sailing the river. Dude, if I ever reach 1 million subs, this is gonna so backfire. Like you have no idea. But I'm pretty convinced that that will never happen, so. Nice matte black paint on this one. There's almost zero reflection in it. Never say never. Some things in life are certain enough for me to say never. Hey, you gotta make it over here yourself, Paul. I'm not paying for people's expenses for getting to the event. I'm paying for the boat and the event. I'm not paying for you guys to get here. Hey, Karthik. Oh no, the wasp is back. No, go away, wasp. Okay, he's gone. We've been bugged by a wasp for the past, well, this is week 3 now. He's here again. Whatever you say, man, just remember us when you make it big. You know what? Oh, there's another coaster coming out of the canal here. I missed that. The Presto. Completely empty if you look how high it is on the water. Why not? Hey, Chef Dave. Good afternoon. Hey, Gaffel. Good afternoon, everybody. For everybody who's just rolling in, you are still on time for the big girl. She is underway. It's been a while since we've seen a 400-meter ship, so I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I'm all lubed up, so coming soon. 400-meter ship. And other than that, we also have the 1969 built tugboat coming back out of Ghent with a boat behind it that it's tugging to Poland for scrapping. Then also coming in from the coastline, I see it in the distance already now, is a tanker from Maersk, which is also a pretty relatively rare sight. Tankers from Maersk is not something we see every day here. Container ships is more common. So plenty of interesting stuff coming in. Sounds like another nice Poseidon Scam event. I promise you guys, if we reach 1 million legit, I'm gonna add that as well, 1 million legit YouTube subscribers, so don't try to bot me, because then the deal is off. I will rent the boat and we will do the event. If there's too much interest, I might have to raffle the spots on the boat, but we can work with that. We have a lowrider coming as well. Yeah, that's another thing we would love to do, Monkey. But that's why I need 1 million subscribers on YouTube, so you can make things like that happen. I can tell you the ship is fully loaded. See this in the background? It's called Vlissingen, or sometimes named Flushing in English. That is actually by the entrance of the river, or the exit of the river. That's where the river turns into the North Sea. Hey, we have a flash. I mean, isn't like all the boroughs in New York mostly named after boroughs in the Netherlands? Like there's also Harlem near Amsterdam. A full 10 for low riding. It's pretty cool to see. I was talking about it earlier, Salt, that I'm probably not gonna fly the drone this weekend because yeah, drones have been in the media the whole week in such a negative context that I don't know, I don't feel comfortable flying it today. It's a neighborhood in Queens. Okay, okay. Okay, we'll stick on the lowrider for now. I think the next one will be the W Kampala. What news? I love it when you guys say that though. That means you're not watching the news, and that means you're a happy person, or a more happy person than somebody who watches the news. There's been all kinds of drones flying above airports in Denmark, right? Yeah, Denmark basically. Being very disruptive to airports. Airports have to close and stuff like that, so. People will now freak out about drones. And it wasn't like the war drones that you hear in the news. It's like just regular camera drones just flying where they shouldn't be flying. Yeah. And you can already feel the subtext there, or how do you say, the underlying message that all the drone regulations will be a lot more strict. Things will be closed down or illegal or banned. I think it's a matter of time before I cannot even fly over the river anymore, when they will completely like ban it for safety reasons. Oh, look at that. You're Danish, right, Salt? So since yesterday, Danish people got more than 500 reports from locals about drone activity. See, people now freak out when they see a drone. So I'm just not gonna fly this weekend, and then I'm sure news will die down, everything will cool down, and then it will be cool again to fly a drone. So. They're very small Sherman drones. They're hard to track actually. But I do think that the governments will invest more money now in drone detection equipment, drone interception equipment, and stuff like that, for sure. That's how it always is, Gaffel. A few bad apples are spoiling it for all the rest. But that's almost how every rule ever in existence came in existence, is because a few people were abusing stuff. And it had to be shut down. The ones in Denver were quite big. I mean, they were just bigger DJI type drones from what I heard or saw. I don't know the exact details. The Matania? Is it on the Matanja? Look how deep that is in the water though. It's just not going over the, oh, it is going over the freeboard, I think, actually, in the middle. It's good that they have a bridge on a pedestal, so they can go even deeper. No, Sherman. The ones that were disrupting the airports were regular drones with like cameras and just lamps on it. It wasn't like the war type drones where they attached explosives to and stuff like that. No, it was more regular drones, which is why I'm still not convinced, because the news all says, oh, it's Russia. But I'm not convinced. I think somebody is just flexing their drones. You know what the advantage is? So this ship is very low, so it can go up rivers without having bridges to open for it. So that's a big advantage. These are designed to be on rivers, careful. They're not designed to go out at sea. Most of them are not even seaworthy officially. So this thing can basically sail all the way up rivers to, I don't know, Switzerland, all the way, yeah. All right, meanwhile, the W Kampala is giving us the full frontal shot. Let's take a look at it. Here she is. And she is on the way to Piraeus in Greece. We have three ships coming out of the canal as well in a minute here. Yeah, if it's Russia doing it, rolling quads, I do agree that it's just to scare people and make people freak out. I'm not freaking out. The only thing is that I'm flying a drone and I don't want to be hassled by anyone else freaking out about me flying the drone. That's why I'm not going to fly this weekend. I'm sure things will settle down and they will be able to take to the skies again. I'm very sad because today was going to be the first day that we caught a 400-meter ship with a drone. We have yet to do that. No, it was a commercial grade. It was like one of those DJIs. It looked like one of those DJIs to me, like these arms. Hang on, let's get it. There's a dredge ship coming out of the canal, the Middelburg. So a lot of conveyor belts and stuff on her. Would have been crazy to see her from the sky as well. She was moving too fast. The ship has to move fast because the water has to flow past the rudders at a certain speed for the rudders to take effect. So that's why they really speed up here to take the corner. It makes sense, right? If you go slow and you point your rudder to a side, the water flowing against it will be minimal. If you go faster, there's more water flowing against your rudder. So you'll be able to make the corner better. She is speeding out though. The next one here is a little bit slower coming out. Lingedijk, this one. Ooh, there's a person on it. Hello. It's a bit trippy seeing him walk backwards. It's rush hour suddenly. Are they drifting? Yeah, they're drifting a little bit. Does that mean what I think it does? What do you mean? Wait, Vertum. Oh, isn't this the company that Schwelle is gonna sail with? Yeah, I think it is. It's not this ship though. If you're still here, Dutch fella. She's smoky, by the way. Let's go to the bigger container ship now. Interesting ship. She's very low. The Kampala. Giant automotive. If you bought it before, well, actually, does it have a camera, Monkey? If it doesn't have a camera, then you can freely fly it without any certification in Europe. Ooh, wow, that Vertum ship is smelly. Wow, it's quite big then, the helicopter. Not too sure. Look how the bow is slicing through the water. It looks really cool. It's like a little fountain package at the front of the ship. Okay, gonna put my I'm gonna put my vest back on. It's getting chilly. So stream schedule this weekend will be all 3 days this weekend. So we'll be live tomorrow and on Sunday, except when there's bad weather or there's no ships. But I am available all weekend. It's a very low ship. To me at least. Okay, is that a Maersk chimney on her? Looks like Maersk blue on the chimney. Let's see. I think that this might have been a Maersk ship at some point. They just painted over the white part with the Maersk blue. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, there we go. It was named the Maersk Kampala until 2021. Oh, hey PCG. Good afternoon. We're taking the jacket back off. God, I hate this type of weather. It's jacket on, jacket off weather. Okay, let me see. Can I see the big girl already? Still nothing. Let me check on radar for a minute as we watch the Kampala glide away from us together with the other 2 ships. Let's see, where are you? The Maersk Montana is almost around it. Okay, we should see her in the next 10 to 15 minutes. The 400-meter ship on the horizon, that is. Oh, Maersk is still the commercial manager of this ship. They just didn't like how it looked now, so they were like, yeah, let's not name it Maersk anymore. Particulars. Oh yeah, manager is Maersk. The registered owner is Kohala Shipping. Oh, the ship is actually a Hyundai. It's built by Hyundai Heavy Industries in Korea. It has a capacity of 6,802 TEU. It's not rusty enough to be a Maersk. True. Wait until you see the Maersk Montana in a little bit. That one is something. Now I'm doubting. I'm not sure if it's the Maersk Montana or the Maersk Tennessee that was in a really rough state when we last saw it. I'm not sure. The Armageddon says, oh, the canoe. Wait, is there one named Armageddon? Oh, there it is. It looks underwhelming, except for its name. Right, I think our next bigger ship will be the Maersk tanker ship, actually. They're going to Copenhagen tomorrow. Otherwise, I must tell them their ships are filling rust buckets. No, don't tell them that. Tell him that there's an amazing ship spotter that live streams on the internet and he would like to collaborate with Maersk. Can he join you for a little trip somewhere between two ports in Europe or something? That's what you need to ask Kirby. So, something pretty unusual. She's still far away, but this is a Maersk tanker ship. So that's not something we see every day. Yeah, no more Maersk jokes. It's interesting though, because there's two types of ships for Maersk, right? It's the one that they own and the one that they don't own. The Maersk ships that they own themselves are actually in pristine condition. It's the ones that they, I guess, lease or however it works in shipping. The ones that they're not the owner of but manage, those are in rough shape usually. So that was the Maersk Cyprus. We'll look back to it in a minute. We do have a little coaster coming by as well. Lots of activity this afternoon. Can't complain. Yeah, it's a rental. How did I get all the info about the ships this quickly? I built a custom overlay system, rolling quads. Hey Stutler, good afternoon. Welcome back from your vacation. And yeah, there is a flight radar for ships. It's called Vessel Finder or Marine Traffic, whichever one of both you prefer. So this is the HS Patience going to Ridham Dock. No idea where that is in the UK. Anybody has any idea where Ridham Dock is located? Is that somewhere up the Thames or? Suggestion box at the front door. Hi, we're Maersk. We'll leave a note in our suggestion box. Maybe if I had 1 million YouTube subscribers, we could collaborate with Maersk. Until that day, I don't think it will happen. Also, chat, if you're new to the channel, we do have an ongoing thing here that if we reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I will rent an event boat and we will do a tour of the river here with subscribers. So if you want to see that happen, don't forget to subscribe. It's the Isle of Sheppey in Ghent. Oh, okay, it's in Ghent. Hey, Alpcam, moin, welcome. Oh, the very loud smart is back. All right, let's see. Can we already see the 400-meter ship? Nope. Is that the, what is that one? Dude, it's very busy this afternoon on the river. Oh, I guess that's the Maersk Tennessee, Montana. Let's check radar for a minute. Nope, nope, nope. Wait, what is that ship? I don't even. Oh, is that a BF Phillip? Nah, it's two. Oh, we got. Guys, there's so much to look at. You got Multra Ship 1 heading out, probably to intercept the Maersk Cyprus coming in. A Maersk tanker ship that is coming in later. Hello? Yes, I'm being filmed. The cool salvage ship coming is going to Vlissingen. You mean the one with like a very Chinese name salt? Yeah, it might have something cool on it as well. I'm not sure, but I might zoom in on it when I see it. Oh, I think the ship that I was looking at was going towards Antwerp as a container ship we saw earlier, the CMA. Okay. Hey Alpcam, we are standing at Terneuzen in the Netherlands, so on the south side of the Westerschelde River, just before the just before where the river branches off to. So if you go to the right here, you'll end up in Ghent. If you go straight, you'll end up in Antwerp. There's actually a tanker coming from around the corner in a minute. Oh, the bee is back with the wasp. Wasp, please leave my camera alone. Okay, he's gone. Streamer forgot to film again. Guys, there's so much going on right now. It's really busy actually. I had a quiet first hour, but things are definitely picking up now. I think we have the Key Bay coming from around the corner. The 1969 tug is still underway, Karthik. We'll see that one as well later. I definitely want to catch it because it's tugging a dead ship behind it. So that's going to be interesting. There she is, came from Ghent. The Key Bay. She's going to Rotterdam, this one. Oh, I see someone on deck. I might have, just too late. There he is. He's done cleaning up the mooring lines. If you're new to the channel, just around the corner, I cannot film it because my car is in front of it now. There is a 3 locks that ships go through because this part of the river is a tidal river, but the canal up to Ghent is not a tidal river. All right, let me see. Can I already spot the 400-meter big girl? No. Has to be any minute now, though, that we see her on the horizon. Unless she's completely empty and I cannot see her. I somehow doubt that. If you now pan over there, it's super busy. Look at that. That is a nice stack of ships. And then, yeah, something very unique, something we haven't seen before. A tanker from Maersk. I have the Dow close to me. Oh, yeah. Alpcam. There it is. That is the Dow Chemicals plant. The Dutch one. Also, if you're new, we usually fly a drone over the river, just not today. With all the drone news, I'm not comfortable flying it today. So we'll resume the drone flying probably next week when the drone mania has died down a little bit. Keep looking towards Antwerp, see if we can already spot the big girl. So far, no luck. I do see the Maersk Montana in the distance now. What the hell? Okay. And check is coming off again. Did my chat freeze or are you guys just quiet? I'm just curious. It's fine if you're quiet, but I'm not sure if it completely froze or not. Wait, I can test it myself actually. Can just type. Okay, there it is. Okay. Quiet. Okay, cool. Thanks guys for letting me know. Yeah, Twitch introduced that today, or last night actually, Jacob. You can now rewind on Twitch, but only if you have Twitch, what is it, the turbo thing, or how do you call it, nitro, turbo, or if you are a subscriber to the channel. They've basically paywalled a very basic feature, rewind. But if you want to rewind and you don't want to subscribe, you can just watch on YouTube. It's free there. Same on Kick. To have VODs, I mean that makes sense, right? That you want VODs enabled, otherwise you don't want people to rewind. Check. Dude, did I bring my hat? Let's see how it is here. Yes. Seriously, you visit Westkap? Okay. If you ever come back to this area, Helpcam, I would recommend Terneuzen, where I am right now, or Walsoorden, which is a spot further up the river. A bit more quiet, but the ships are like 100 to 200 meters away from the shore there. You're standing on the shore. That's a really good spot. Look at all these ships though. There's so many in one shot if I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's one coming from behind the pier there as well. It's a rush hour on the river for sure. How does dredging work? So basically you have like, well, there's multiple ways to dredge, Jake, but the ones that are in the river here usually, they have like a big tube on the side, hanging over the side of the ship that they can lower, and at the end of that big pipe, that tube, is a sort of like a vacuum mouth, almost like a vacuum cleaner at your house, that will just suck up the sediment from the bottom of the river, deposit it in the ship, and then the ship will go further along and then just dump it out again. And it is a constant battle on this river to keep the shipping lanes deep enough for these giant ships. Especially when you'll see the big one later. That ship is so massive. It will probably be like 14, 15 meters deep, so indeed lots of traffic. Really excited to see this Maersk tanker ship. Very unusual. Wonder how many tanker ships they have. Ooh, look at this general cargo ship in front of it, like spraying up a lot of water. Is that the Depe? The Depe? 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 Built in 1998. It's also an oldie. It's to destination not available. It's a mystery ship. I feel like we've seen Depe before, this ship. If you don't know, we do have a little website that is linked to the overlay that you see with the ship info as well, where we basically keep a log track of everything that we saw on stream. So we would be able to, you would be able to look up when we saw the DP before. Cheers, Alpcam. See you next time. Is the E silent? The Dep? Dep. Dep. Depe. Ah, I got some good news. I see the big girl coming. Shit, let's just take a look. Nah, let's just on this one for a minute. It's nice with the light on it. I'll show you guys later. The massive girl. Where is she? We'll see her in a minute. Hey, Joe. Oh my god, I was baited. Damn it. Fan. I like big girls. Dude, that's crazy how it's spraying up water from the bow. Look at that. Ooh, it's a very stump bulb, this one. Boats are flying compared to the Lakers that I'm used to. They're going, the max speed on river is about, I don't know how much knots it was, but it's about around 30 kilometers an hour. That's about the top speed. Also keep in mind that every ship on the river here, at least the big ones, they all have a pilot on board that will basically be in command of the ship from when she enters the river all the way up to port. And then there's even another pilot that will guide her from the entrance of the river all the way out to sea. So that is also guided by a river. By a pilot, Jesus. Mars Montana, she's on her way. She's still far away. We'll take a look at the main attraction for today in a minute. If they have a pilot, they are really flying. It's funny how in English it's the same word, but if I would translate it to Dutch, it has a different word. A person guiding a ship and a person flying a plane, different words in Dutch. It's something I custom created, Alpcam. The problem is that it won't work with YouTube chat, but then again, I think that might not matter. We can talk. But it's not automated, it's manual. You just don't see it. All right, chat. Are you ready to have our first look at the 400-meter ultra-large container ship? Are you ready for it? I promise you, that is not a village in the distance. That is not an apartment block. That is a ship. There she is. Dude, you have to zoom out with the mega zoom. There she is. All 400 meters of her. Ah, what a ship. Never gets old seeing these massive girls. Massive ships. Holy ship. So I will see that one straight in front of us in a little bit. Until then, we have the tanker still to come. We have a smaller ship, a smaller container ship here approaching. I think this is the BF Philip. So there was an apartment building. I'm not gonna tell that story where I confused an apartment building with a ship. It would be really bad to tell that story. Dude, I might actually get the drone in the air for the big one. I'll just be very conservative and stay away pretty far. Tell the story. I think it was somewhere by the end of last year that we were streaming from the spot here as well. And let me show you guys. I was looking, where is it? Holy moly. Jacob, thank you for the gifted sub, man. Thank you for the support. So I was looking at that structure in the distance. I was like, oh guys, look at that. That's a big container ship that is coming our way. But I cannot see it on radar. Why can I not see it on radar? I'm sure this is a ship, guys. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure it is a ship. It's not. It's an apartment building. As you can see, it's an apartment building. So that's the story behind that one. But let's be honest, like if you look at that and then if I pan to the big ship, I mean, it looks similar from a distance. All right, I'm getting the drone ready to fly once the very big ship is here. But I'll just stay from a distance. But it's gonna be cool to see it from above. Just adds a dimension to the view. Okay, that will work. That'll do. Okay. I still go wow at this. Yeah, every time, like, we see a lot of 360-meter ships, and even though this one is only 40 meters taller, it looks so much bigger. It's such a massive piece of metal. Look at that church in front of it. We have a church for scale now. The Armageddon is coming. Could be a sentence that is relevant for real life. Right, from this massive ship, we go to somebody's private boat, bumping up and down the river. There's a tanker, it's behind the pier, the tanker. We'll see it later. The big ship, yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely massive. I believe it's like 60 meters high. Is it bigger? It's longer than the big cruise ships. The bigger cruise ships are usually around 300 and something meter, 330 I think, 320. But they look a lot more impressive because it's a massive steel structure sticking out into the sky, right? These container ships mostly are, yeah, like the hull itself is quite low. They're just big because of the containers on top of it. Dude has a lot of ropes. What is that? What is that metal structure behind it? Is that like a fishing net that they can lower? Looks like it. She is also a very rusty girl, by the way. Look at that. Chat, we're gonna do it again. We need a rust rating on this ship. As you can see, this ship is quite rusty. So we vote on how rusty a ship is. You can just type the number in the chat. Basically, 0 out of 10 means the ship is in pristine condition. There's 0 rust. 10 out of 10 means the ship should not be floating. It should be sinking. It's so rusty. Get your votes in. 7, 5, 6.9, nice. 8. 5, 7.5. Look at that. Look at that bow. Holy moly. That is really nasty. Really needs a lick of paint, this ship. 7 this time. 6, a 2? Gaffel, what the hell? I drove a car with more rust. A 6, a 7, a 4. The superstructure is, yeah, that is funny. Indeed, the superstructure is in pristine condition. It's just the bow has, like the crew maintained the ship well. The company owning the ship, not. Another 5. All right, as you all know, this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship, and I have the final vote. We're giving this ship for rust rating a 7.5. There we go. 7.5. I just think the hull looks disgusting, even though the superstructure looks fresh. All right, we need another rust rating later on when the Maersk Montana is here. Even from a distance, you can see how amazing this ship is looking. Maersk, please buy some paint, or maybe change the color of your ships to a paint that is cheaper. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Maybe I was a bit too rough on the previous ship. Maybe we should downgrade it to a 6.5. God damn. Alright, we'll talk about this one later. Yeah, just paint it brown at this point. Also, I was just, hang on. She's crossing the big container ship that's underway. They're crossing each other. Well, there's a bit of land in between, but. Or erase the Maersk from the name. And it's so interesting. So, if you ever looked at Maersk ships, you'll see that it has Maersk in the name and then another word or name or whatever. If Maersk is the first word in the name of the ship, that means it is not their own ship. That means they rent it, they lease it, however you do it, and those are poorly maintained. If Maersk is in the second part of the name, for example, there's the Alexandria Maersk, that's their own ships, they own those, and those are in pristine condition. It's so funny. I shall alert the Danish government. Why aren't they actually brown? I guess it's part recognition of the brand. It's branding. Like the big one that we're about to see also has a very beautiful, one of the more beautiful paint jobs actually for ships, I would argue. Well, it has green and blue. Yeah, we'll see it in a little bit. That being said, we've got another Maersk ship. Coming there. So that is the tanker. We'll see it in a little bit. It's still, it's behind the pier now. Oh, I'm sorry, E.G. Oracandos. Do you guys have U-Haul trucks? No, it's an American thing, I think, U-Haul. ONE and Evergreen looks good. I feel like they're a little bit tame for colors. So the one we were looking at, the VB Brackman, is the tugboat that we just saw come back. And then behind her we have a tanker, an oil/chemical products tanker probably. A pink ship is tame. I mean, there's no like patterns in it or stuff like the ship we're about to see literally has a pattern on the hull painted. Like which ships have that? Not a lot. Cruise ships, like the Norwegian cruise ships, are really beautiful. This is the Slowman Hermes. Slowman. Came from Milford Haven in the UK. On the way to Antwerp. I also like the Hapag-Lloyd 400-meter ships. We don't get them anymore on the river recently, but they have like the nice orange top color. Also looks good. I haven't, EG. I wish I had. I wish it was still there. It was still a thing. It would be very convenient for me to stream on the other side without having to do a massive drive around. I do have an idea for next summer though that I was thinking about yesterday evening. Let me run it by you guys since you're all watching. the idea is to do something else for once, just a one-off thing, where I will cycle along the entire length of the river on both sides. So we'll start at the entrance of the river, we'll cycle along the river, most of it is cycling paths actually, all the way to Antwerp, and then we'll cycle all the way back to Vlissingen or even a bit further out along the river. What do you guys think? When I see the big ship and beat up the hull all around us, I mean, yeah, they bump into things, they're being pushed and tugged. There is always some wear and tear. Can I cycle on the river? No, I cannot cycle on the river. It would be 250 kilometers, so it would be like a multi-day thing. Probably like three, 4 days, because yeah, we would like to stop and look at ships along the way as well. So it will probably be a 4-day thing to be comfortable. Do I like old-time sailing ships with it? Yeah, of course, of course. So that might be something that I do next summer. It's a little one-off thingy. Because I want to. With a solar panel, ooh, that is interesting. Maybe. If it's available. It would be actually good to have a solar panel, because I have an e-bike, so I would have like unlimited range basically on a sunny day. Meanwhile, let's take another stop at the big girl, the big ship. There she is. Look at those colors, the green fading into the blue, amazing. Hey Harry, good afternoon. Amber, that's actually something I would like to work on. I would like to contact them and ask if we can join them for like a little assignment. But to do that, I want more YouTube subscribers, so I can at least contact them and say like, hey, we have so many subscribers on YouTube. I'm at 1,200 now, which is not enough to approach a big tugboat company. But yeah, if we get more YouTube subscribers, I will try that for sure. And if we reach 1 million YouTube subscribers, I will rent a boat and we will invite a bunch of subscribers to join us on the river as well. That is my promise if you ever reach 1 million, which I know we won't. What e-bike do I have? It's a Specialized Turbo Vado 3.0, I think. I'm going to the YouTube to sub now. Yes, +1. That's how we do it. No, but yeah, if you want to collaborate with like bigger companies on cool projects, then everybody knows YouTube, but not everybody knows Twitch. So if you can get the YouTube sub count up, then yeah, will be amazing. All right, she is here, the Maersk tanker, which actually looks pretty fresh for a Maersk ship. Oh, there's a. Wait, is that? Yeah, there's a sailboat in front of it as well. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, let me preface the promise that I want 1 million legitimate YouTube subscribers. I don't want to be botted. It needs to be legit. No, Gaffel. The one that is getting scrapped is leaving. I think it's getting scrapped. No, that one is still underway here. I'm checking. I cannot see it yet. No. No. The scrap one is for later. This one is coming into, I think, the liver stuff. Yeah, it is indeed looking more fresh than the container ships. Why does it have tugboats? Yes. So this ship here will take a right turn towards Ghent, and then it needs to maneuver inside a lock to help it maneuver. That's why the tugboats are there. So they're not gonna steer it, they're just gonna pull on it if it needs to maneuver a bit more to the left, a bit more to the right, or if it needs to have a little bit of extra braking power. That's when they will help. And there's smarter people than me, Gaffel. I'm an enthusiast. I just like being here by the river. And I'm gonna take my jacket off for the 15th time today, because the sun is out again. Alright. The sailboat is, yeah, the sailboat gives you a little bit more sense of scale on these ships. Even with the 400 meter ship that is on their way here, once it's in front of us, it looks smaller on camera than it actually is. Oh yeah, you pay for the pilot that has to board, you pay for the tugs, you pay port fees. I mean, these ships, it's a big business. There's a lot of money involved. Sometimes you want the special ships. Yeah, and the 400 meter one is also underway, Almeria. And let me check the very old tugboat tugging along. It is about to enter the lock actually, so we'll see that one as well. So we'll have a full list of ships today. Cool, cool. Funny that you say that, Zico. So there was one of the pilots that is active on Twitter replying to the article that stated that the drones in Denmark might have been launched from a ship. He was like, oh, hint to the Russians. If you want to fly your drones over the port, you can do it on Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday, because there's no patrol boats then. Because there's not enough staff or whatever. So if you want to do crazy weird stuff, then yeah. Would you do a lock stream? We filmed the locks before. If I stand on the top of the embankment here, we can see the locks. But the wind was a bit iffy today, so I decided to be downstairs. But if you keep watching Gaffel, you'll see the locks for sure. We've shown them many, many times before. They're taking it slow. So here towards Ghent we have 3 locks, and we actually have a brand spanking new one that was officially opened last year and actually has only been in service since a few months ago. It's one of the biggest in Europe now, the lock here. It's really massive. It really looks fresh, this ship. An 8? What do you mean? A 10 is like it should sink. I think you mean a 2 then. There's almost no rust. I would even give it a 1 potentially. Take a look up close. I mean, the anchor is a bit rusty, but that's supposed to be like that. Yeah, maybe a 2. There is some rust like on the other side, but we won't see that when she's close. Oh, her last dry dock was last year, November. That explains. I do wonder if Maersk has a lot of tanker ships. Is there any data on that you guys can research? Tankers must be fresh because they carry liquids. Kind of makes sense. But a lot of tankers, so they have a double hull basically. So if the outside layer of this hull gets punctured by some reason, there will still be another layer inside protecting everything. There's 240 ships under management. But how many of them are tankers? There are 240 tankers, Jacob. That would be crazy. And we've been streaming now at the river for almost a year. This will be the first time that we see a Maersk tanker. Actually, I think today the YouTube channel, I created a YouTube channel on this day a year ago. But it was a while until I streamed on it. Oh, it's on the website. Wow, 240 tankers. Huh. Guess they don't come here too often then. I mean, this Mars looks very fresh. Hey Mars, you want to collaborate on a cool project where I live stream from one of your ships? Hit me up. There's no safety on this ship? Yeah, there's only no smoking. Oh, I hear like a radio talk from the ship. All the way here. All right. Yeah, that's an amazing shot. Hey, AGB. AGB, you were right about the old tugboat. It's on the way out. We'll see it later. I think it's dragging in a retired dredge hull to Poland behind it. Quickly, guys, get to the mooring lines. Such a recognizable blue though, right? The Maersk. And they've announced this year that they're gonna start using new containers or a new paint job on their official containers, which will be fully in this blue and then white letters and logo on it. It used to be like a grayish color, the Mars containers. All the new ones will be this blue color. We saw one last week for the first time, a new one. You think the captain feels bad when I first I think the captain doesn't even realize when he scratches it. I mean, it can be scratched basically by just being in the port. Like, you see these marks? That's probably where like one of those little spacers was, and I was just rubbing against it or something. It's a nasty scratch mark though, right there. Can you see how deep she is in the water? Just over 10 meters in draught. Was the black arrow? So that's where the tugboats can push. That's where they use the black. That's an indicator. It could be tug mark, a push mark, not really a tug mark. So that is the point in the hull where it's most strong. So that's where you can push with your tugboat without damaging the hull. It's so weird to see a Mars ship go towards Ghent. That's really something you don't see too often. It's really trippy to see. Yeah, it's going to Ghent. And as she fades out, we have the next Maersk underway. That one is going to look a little bit more rough. Yeah, you did see it coming in 2 hours ago. All right, we got an MSC ship, the first one of the day. Wow, that is weird. The last 2 Friday streams that we did, we had like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 MSC ships in one stream. This is the first one. It's not even one that has the black paint. This is the MSC Elke F. Came from Lübeck in Germany. She's also in a, she could also use a little bit of paint. Look at that. That looks a bit rough. Tugboats are cool, they never get enough love. I agree. I like tugboats are, they're like the muscle cars of the river. They can do everything. They can do donuts, they are strong. Yeah. There's also a big MSC further out, coming from the coast or Antwerp, Salt. The coast, okay, I can check. The MSC Perle. That one might be too far out. Where is it? There? Is that it? Oh, well, we might be able to catch that one still. Dude, what a busy day for ships, eh? MSC Perle, built 2013. We'll see if we can catch it. Where's the big one now? Well, right over there. She should be here in another 20 to 30 minutes. She should be in front of us, I think. Oh, that is a beautiful shot. She still has sun on her. Oh, that's pretty. So if you're just joining, welcome in everybody. Welcome at the shoreline of the Westerschelde River. You're about to see a rusty Maersk ship, and then after that, a 400-meter ultra-large container ship. Built in, I think it's in 2025. It's a brand new 400-meter ship. Let's see. Yep, built this year. It's the E silent. There's no 500-meter ships? No. There's a few vessels that are 500-meter, but they're unable to go to any port. They're basically like offshore storage facility vessels, but they're not really used for docking in ports or transporting. It's because of all the canals and the locks and the facilities in port that currently 400-meter is really the limit for these ships. Oh my god, EG. Ba-doom-tsh. Oh wow, that is a beautiful shot with the sunlight on her. I love that. If only it wasn't so rusty. Okay, chat, let's do it one more time for today. We'll do a rust rating on this Maersk ship. You know how it goes. 0 out of 10 means there's no rust, there's 0 rust. 10 out of 10 means this ship should be sinking, it shouldn't be floating. So yeah, get your votes in. You can take your time, she's still a little bit away. So you don't have to vote right now. Zoom out a bit. Here we go. Let her come closer. Oh. Ships above special permits. That's another thing. So you'll see that all these ships, even this one that is coming now, is actually 399.9 meters. Because all the tariffs, the stuff that you pay in port, all the fees, a lot of them are determined by length overall of the ship, so the length. And there's probably a new bracket starting from 400 meter and above. So that's why they just stay under that top bracket with 399.9. Yeah, let's do it like this. The Navi already returned. Did we see it go out earlier? I never pay enough attention to the smaller ships. Wow, what a rusty boat. You believe so? Okay, cool. What will we rate this ship? I mean, this is the classic Maersk poop stain livery. Look at that ladder. It's so bad. 7, 8, 6.5. I saw a pi. I saw a 4.6. Oh my shit! I need to plug in my phone. I'm losing battery. Okay, the camera is gonna dip to black for a minute, and then we'll be back in a minute. So don't freak out. I just need to plug something in. There it is, black. You can still hear me. There we go. No, they haven't sized. Can you make a screenshot and post in the Discord? Then I know. Thank you for letting me know, man. Ooh, there's trucks on there. We don't have Toast here, one of the moderators, but he's into trucks, so we'll zoom in. Toast, if you're watching the VOD, this is for you. Let me know that you watched the VOD. We have trucks here, and then there's a few more trucks over there in the middle. Look at that. Where is she going by? Oh, yeah, wait, no, where was she going? I can't remember. Maersk, Montana, going to Rotterdam. Okay. Short little hop. I do believe these Maersk ships sail between Europe and the US on rotations. So while a lot of the MSC ships that we regularly see here go to Asia, I do think these Maersk ones go to the US. They look like toy trucks, yeah. Next to the Lego bricks. It is a good one though, indeed. The trucks do give a bit more perspective on the size, right? So if a person would be standing there. No, I'm pretty sure these trucks won't be dropped off in Rotterdam. Or they've maybe been on the ship for a longer period of time and they will end up in Rotterdam, but I'm pretty sure we're not shipping trucks from Antwerp to Rotterdam on a container boat. That would be crazy. Are they Scanias? I have no idea what kind of trucks that were. Oh, we have the Navio coming back indeed, EG. And it looks like it's fully loaded now. Look how deep it is. It's another lowrider. How low can you go without being a submarine? It's crazy. I love these lowriders. They're so funny. Oh wow. He's hitting the waves of the wake of the Maersk ship. I think I just missed it. They almost went over the bow. Where's she going? To Iseham. All the way up and all the way into Belgium. All right, main attraction for today is approaching now. Okay, she's another 20-ish minutes out. I will fly the drone though. I want to see her from the sky, but I'll just fly very conservative. I won't circle around it as I usually do. We'll just stay on the side. The CMA CGM Seine? I mean, it's the river in Paris, right? The Seine. 400 meters long, 62 meters wide, built this year. She's going to destination not available. Ooh, mysterious. They didn't update their destination yet. Then I wanted to check. 1 minute. CMA, CGM. I wanted to check her capacity. Over 24,000. I don't know the exact number, but she can carry more than 24,000 20-foot containers. If you want to translate that to the more common size container, which is the 40-foot container, it can carry 12,000 of those. Okay, let's do a lineup. Hey Reptina, moin. Lineup. It's been a while since we did a lineup. 24,000. So if we would fully fill the ship up with containers, every single slot, and we would then line up all the containers in a line after each other, that would be a line of 146 kilometers long. That is completely crazy. That is so much container. That gives you a bit of scale for the capacity. Oh, I do see the MSC ship in the distance as well. Yep. Also a giant. Could be empty containers being moved around as well. How deep is she in drought? 11 points. Yeah, she can go deeper for sure. We'll see at her red line how low she is on the water. It's hard to say from now. She's so far away still. Meanwhile, little peeky poo towards the coastline. That's another giant ship over there in the distance. That one is only 366 meters long, but also a massive container ship that is underway here. I mean, see the skyline of the whole city, and then you see the container ship just in front of it. There she goes. All right. Meanwhile, the Maersk is around the corner here waiting. She's completely still in the water because the lock is still filled up. There was the MSC Perle that we saw, or Pearl. Came from Felixstowe. Cool, cool. Wonder where the CMA is going, as they haven't updated their radar system yet with a destination. Somebody didn't do their job. There's a statistic, Loof. Every, what is it, 1 in 3 items that you touch has been inside a container at any point. Her maximum draw is 16 meters. Yeah, then she's really not full. Dude, now it's getting chilly suddenly. Ugh. Can we get some sun back, please? What do you mean, Zico? I literally can prove to you that the round is curved by zooming in this far. I just zoomed in on the MSC ship and you didn't see the letters completely. Once she's in front of us, you'll see the letters completely. What do you mean? It's flat. The distances here are so big that you can literally see the curve of the Earth. If anything, this is a stream confirming that the Earth is at least rounded. What's curved? The water would run away. The water does run away. It comes back and then goes away again. What are you talking about? That's because the Earth is round, not because we have a moon and gravity. We literally had an influx of water now, so we must have been tilted to one side of the curve. We're debating if no, we're just joking around, Adi. I mean, anyone can believe whatever the hell they want, but I'm pretty confident that the Earth is rounded at this point. Got a Multratug 28 coming back in as well. Job done. The ship that the big one, 60 meters, 60 to 65 meters. This is not 20 meters, this is 60 meters at least. I've flown my drone about at the height of the bridge and I was at 60 meters above ground level. These things are huge, man. Tumba, funny that you share that because we've seen from the top 7. So for the other chats, for the YouTube viewers, we've somebody on Twitch posted the 7 largest container ships in the world. Number 1 is MSC Arena, which we haven't seen, but then there's a whole bunch of sister ships who have exactly the same specs, which we have seen. We've seen the MSC Loreto, we've seen the MSC Capellini, we've seen, wait, there's more MSC ships. Your list is not complete, my dude. There's 6 of the MSC Arena class ships, Tumba. And we've seen 4 out of the 6. The other 2 don't come to Antwerp, unfortunately. So unless there's a special visit planned, I won't be able to complete my my Pokemon card list. AI fucked up. There's an article on Wikipedia, which is correct. Am I going to run for the one innovation? Haven't we seen the one innovation on the river already? We've seen plenty of ONEs, Albi. So I have no plans currently for Rotterdam. Although I would like to go to Rotterdam to catch another cruise ship or 2. That would be more something I would be interested in. Yeah, it is close to the biggest in the world. Like all of these are around 24,000, yeah. Hey Rama, good afternoon. Wow, there's a lot of ship stuff in the locks now as well. There's so much activity this afternoon. I love it. What an action-packed stream. Indeed, you gotta realize that the numbers there, the TEUs, are theoretical maxes, right? A ship is never loaded to the max. The record for most loaded ship from Asia to Europe is actually owned by ONE, the Magenta massive ships. I think the record is around 22,000 TEUs on one ship. Very efficient planning. Yo! What a good timing. What a good timing. Oh yeah, the other ships were the Mariella, Turkey, and Mikkel. We've seen all three of those sites. Airliners, thank you for the raid. They're probably all watching ads because Twitch likes to push ads when people raid. All right, if you're joining with the raid, you're just in time to see our main attraction for today. We have a 400 meter by 62 meter massive ultra large container ship coming our way. We're looking at it right now. And all of you aviation geeks will be very happy to know that I have a drone with me. And we are allowed to fly it here on the river. It's not like an airport where you cannot fly your drone. So we'll be launching the drone up in the sky in a little bit as well, to take a look at it from above. Looks like an apartment building. It's big. I always say that whenever I look back at the streams, it really doesn't tell you how big it is in real life. When you're standing here, you get a bit more sense of the scale, but the camera kind of makes it look smaller than it actually is. It is ginormous, indeed. All right, let's slowly prep the drone for action. What was the verdict? Oh yeah, I'll give it an 8. I feel like I was too rough on the other ship now. You're here. There you are, Bic, just for you. One of the biggest ships I could find. Doolulu, doolulu. Oh, she has a bit of sunshine on her, and I'm standing here in the cold clouds. Before we fly, we do have to check the fly. Any NOTAMs, any restrictions today? No restrictions, okay. Cool. Wind is also fine. Oh, look at that, the sun is shining on her now. Oh, beautiful. I do love the colors on this ship, it's really good. The green in the front and the blue in the back. Another cool thing about this ship is that it's another dual fueled ship, so it's fueled by LNG, liquid gas, and the traditional heavy fuels, so it has a dual engine. Indeed, liquefied natural gas. That's what she's running on. So that should make her a little bit more environmentally friendly, but I think she's still polluting quite a bit. Wow, meanwhile, the big MSC ship is also making good progress towards us. with intelligent control. What a selling point. Wow, she looks gorgeous in the sun now. Oh, beautiful. Small inland ship before her. Such a good looking ship. Currently, it is the Max Leon for port facilities, for lock capacity. This is the current max, I would say. I don't think any ship is going to be above 400 meter anytime soon. And also the width is very determined by the Panama Canal sluices and the Suez Canal locks. Not sluices. No, this doesn't need a rust rating. It's brand spanking new. It's from this year. And if this ship is rusty, then they've done something really wrong with it. Oh, there she is, the full frontal. There it is. Oh, gorgeous. She's massive. I would argue that she's pretty well loaded, but there might be some empty bays in between, judging by how high she still is in the water. Yeah, that is true. The Suez Canal is really underused these days because of all the geopolitical shenanigans. That is true. Test for a minute. Yeah, okay. And the piracy, yeah, for sure. Piracy as well. But I think the piracy is less of an issue. I think it's more weren't they like shooting rockets at ships? I think that's the bigger one that is keeping them away. Hey, Else for Hogs, you're right on time to see the big ship for today. The CMA, CGM SEINE. Wait, there's a smudge on the lens, I think. Wait, is there a smudge? No, there's no smudge on the lens. So as you can see, I'm currently 30 meters, well, 29 meters in height. I'm not even level with the top of the ship at all, right? So I think if I go up to 60 meters, I'll probably be a bit more level. So this is 50, 55, 60-ish, yeah. I think she'll be just below 60 meters in height right now. As she's coming closer, I feel like my 60 meters is not enough to be above her. Huge. Sorry, I'm not reading chat when I'm flying usually because I'm trying to be safe, you know. Yes, I do really love the paint job on this ship. If you look at it, the little like pixel effect there, it's really pretty. God, this thing is massive. She is very stacked, by the way. Holy. Look how full she is. I think she's almost ready for her next long distance trip because she's done multiple ports in Europe over the past few weeks. Beautiful.
drone back. Hope somebody made at least one clip from that so I can feature it. Let's look at this massive stack of containers. All right, next up will be the old tugboat, and that will we'll wait on the big MSC as well. It's fine. We'll make it a long one today. Just gonna clean up the drone first. She's coming in the 27th in Rotterdam, Rob. Wait, this one? Oh, is she going to Rotterdam now? Okay, here we go. Battery out. No crab hunt. No, we haven't seen it yet. Yo, I hear that. I hear that. Let's see who it is. Wurstbrot. Dankeschön. Dankeschön für dem 11 Mande? I don't even know what month is in German. Thank you for the 11 months, dude. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. There's a tanker coming out of the canal from Ghent now. And then after that, we'll have the old tug coming out, Monat. Monat, I gotta remember that. I think that's a good one to remember. Genau. It's one of my favorite German words, genau. Exactly. Monate. Monat. Yeah. Thank you as well, Dr. Bombay. All right, so we got a few more things to come. So as you can see, there's another massive container ship on the way. It's not a 400-meter one, it's 366. Pretty close. And then just coming out of the canal from Ghent is a tugboat. Ooh, there's some other cool stuff. I'm gonna have to move the camera around to show you guys some stuff. Hang on, let's see if we can get this working a little bit. Let's do some special stuff right now. See my cables hold up? Yeah, that should be fine, right? So, oh, this is completely tilted now, of course it is. Let's just try to level it a little bit more. So, coming out of the canal in a minute is this Asperger ship. Well, really cool to see as there's an empty bulk carrier about to enter one of the locks. So you see it's going through that one the furthest bridge, all the way up to the closest bridge. That is one of the locks. But god damn, that thing is high in the water. You can see cars drive in front of it, actually. Oh, that's awesome, Mark. Vlissingen. We can see Vlissingen from here. Wait, what was I talking about? Yeah, so we have the massive bulk carrier that's in the lock now. In a minute, we'll see the old tugboat as well. Also, maybe that's an interesting inland ship. What is that thing transporting? Some kind of LNG inland ship, maybe? That could be it. Volharding 9, okay. Yeah, so the Mars Scepter is now slowly getting into the lock. Wait, did the Leopard not go in this round? Oh no, let's check where the Leopard is. Leopard, no, the Leopard is in there. It should come out in a minute. Yeah, we see him now, there it is. That is the old tugboat. Do a little bit of mega zoom. So what you're looking at is an old tugboat built in 1969. So that thing is 56 years old this year. And it is gonna tug a retired dredge ship from 1988. I assume it's retired. As we look at the hull, it looks pretty battered. So I think this is going to Poland to be scrapped. That is what is happening there. Hey Patrick, yes, we are at Terneuzen. Exactly. So we'll see that one come out in a minute then. Maybe we'll stay on this view for a little bit until they start moving. I think they're almost ready to. This is super zoom, so it's a bit blurry. No, so it's a complete dead ship. That's why I think she's going to the scrapyard. They so Jan de Nul is one of the big dredge companies from Belgium. They have a dock up the river in Ghent. That's where they were. So I assume they just removed all equipment and gear that they could reuse. And now it's almost just, yeah, bare metal, I guess. So it's funny though that this little tugboat will drag this bigger ship all the way to Poland. Currently there is still a tugboat behind it to help it maneuver through the locks. So we should see that one come peeping at some point as well. Dude, I do like the scale on the lock and the ship. You can see cars and pedestrians in front of it. Kind of tells you how massive these things are. Let's see if I can find out. Oh yeah, it would be cool, EGB. Patrick, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Like they dragged a massive cruise ship here to be scrapped, but this little dredge will be scrapped in Poland. It's crazy that it's more financially interesting to drag it all the way to Poland to do it. Looks like the bridge is closing behind the bulker. I'm just going to Rotterdam, the bulker. You're currently not missing much on the river. So we can stay on this for a minute. There we go. Yeah, it's all about money, for sure. Yeah, it has a big badge, the bulker in the front. In case you're wondering where the Maersk went, it's on the side, waiting. It's cool to see both locks in use now. They're starting to really use them properly. Almost all the ships I wanted to see today we'll have seen. There was one interesting vehicle ship that was coming in as well, but it didn't leave in time. How long was the new lock? I think the build itself was delayed by over a year. And then they officially opened it. So the King of Belgium and the Netherlands opened, we're talking about the lock on the left here. The King of Belgium opened it officially in October, I think, end of October last year. So that was the official opening, but they didn't start use it until, I think, this summer, July, August, because they had to do some modifications to the bridges mostly Apparently there was something wrong with the bridges and they wouldn't have lost it long enough. Thanks for the clips, Shirley. I appreciate that. It's really like they cut almost a piece out of the side of the ship. It's really weird. I worked as a sailor on the Assie Eurolink. Nice. That's awesome, Mark. But yeah, so the lock that you're actually looking at is one of the biggest in Europe now. No, I don't think it's the biggest, but one of the 3 biggest. It's only when you like drive past it that you realize how wide and how long it is. The Pompey was the first Belgian ship to be hijacked by Somali pirates in the Seychelles in 2009. Wow, that's cool. It's a good, did you know that? Thanks for that, Ray. Oh yeah, we're in hour 3 of the stream. I should do my hourly sellout moment. If you like the relaxing or even exciting at times ship spotting vibe, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Of course, you can also smash the like button. You know my promise, if we reach 1 million YouTube subscribers, I will rent an event boat out and we will go out on the river ship spotting all together. If you're watching on Twitch and Kick, you can of course drop that follow. And then you'll see when I'm live again. What's the crane doing in the back? What crane? There's plenty of cranes here. There is one of the big utility cranes parked on the other side of the lock, the cormorant, the big yellow crane. If that's the one you saw earlier. Oh, that's a really fun shot with the big bulker in the background. I like that. Looks really cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's switch back for a minute. We'll catch it once it goes out. The MSC ship is one of those ships with the new wave breaker design on the front. Ooh. Oh, damn it, I already put the drone away. I'm not gonna get it out again. It's gonna be too much of a hassle, but. So that ship has like a massive panel in the front. A wave breaker panel. Look at that. I can't find her being in a sail in the past months. Maybe she a refit. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so she was at Jan de Nul in Ghent, AGB. It's weird though that she even doesn't have an AIS radar on. Get the drone out. Nah, it's fine. All right, we'll see. Let's keep away from the mega zoom for a minute. Okay, I'll keep an eye out on the little one being tagged out. Looks like the tugboat is gonna go all the way out to the sea, maybe. The VB one that's behind it. I can still see the 400-meter one going away as well. One thing I forgot is that it gets dark so early this time of year. I don't like that. It was so fun when we were able to stream until like 8, 9 p.m. Those days are behind us for this year. When is the sun setting? At 7:30 already. Ugh, disgusting. I hate winter. And then half of October we'll have the hour change, and then it gets dark at like 4, 5. Ugh. She was shut down 4 days ago. A ship I sailed also had a refit in Gdynia after an engine room flood. Okay. Yeah, maybe she's getting a refit there. I was just assuming. She looks really rough. She needs a lot of love. Where is she? They're still in the canal. I'll switch to them once they come out. So I'm gonna. Where else do I stream? Mostly the Westerschelde. The two spots that I mainly stand is Terneuzen, where I am right now, and Walsoorden. Although it's been a while since we've been in Walsoorden. And every once in a while, but it's been since May, we go to Rotterdam to see a few cruise ships. I'm going to look at the cruise ship schedule for Rotterdam. Maybe we can go there in October to catch a few. What? One of the world's biggest ship is in? Oh, you live in Walsall. Oh, I've streamed from there many times before. Especially in spring, we were there a lot. She's about to appear. Let's move the camera just a tiny bit more. It's not level at all. Let me. Okay, that looks better. So that is, even the tugboat by itself is pretty interesting. Built in 1969. That thing is like 20 years older than me. No, 18 years older than me. I was actually trying to convince my wife to buy a house in Walsoorden. I'm not sure if it's still for sale, but you had like the beautiful house with like windows at the top overlooking the river for sale recently. She was like, no. I was like, oh. There it is, the Pompeii. I don't know, man, if this will get a refit or not. She looks pretty bleak to me. Oh, that's a bit too much light correction. I wonder if there's even anyone on board. Yeah, I did see that they're building a lot of stuff just around Perkpolder there. There's a ton of building there. That's crazy. Oh, she's tugging, all right. She's tugging. Oh, she's really pulling now on that rope. Grok says it should be, I mean, even if it is going to a scrapyard, like they turned off the radar 4 days ago. I would live in the Netherlands as an immigrant. I mean, this is Europe, right? We can live wherever we want in the Schengen zone. No questions asked. Guys, we would have been able to stream 24/7. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Hey Hans, good evening. Is it evening? It feels like evening because it's getting darker already. I do wonder if there's anyone on that ship or not. I can't really tell. Ooh, no. It's impossible to tell. I don't think there's anyone on this ship, but with a rusty can. I mean, yeah, it's not even going under its own power. Wow, is this the speed they're gonna go to Poland in? That's gonna be a long trip. That's gonna be a week of pulling. All right. Another very unique ship now. This will be our finale ship for today, though. After this, I will wrap things up. We should be live tomorrow and on Sunday as well for more ship spotting. I think the ETA of the tugboat in front of it was set to 8 days from now. Of course, that's an estimate arrival, but apparently it's going to take 8 days to drag this thing all the way to Gdynia. Oh wait, if it has to go all the way around Denmark then, right? That's probably why. Oh yeah, they could go to the Kiel Canal. That's true. I forgot. Yeah. Can I see the Zong Ren? Let me see. I think it's behind the MSC salt. I can check it again in a little bit. I see something behind it in the distance. Yeah, there is a canal. I always forget about the canal, the Kiel Canal. Sorry, Kiel Canal. Such an interesting design, this bow. They're going so slow with the tugging. Oh my goodness. I think they're going like 2, 3 knots maybe, if even. So wait, how old is this ship then, the MSC? Let's see. Is it on the overlay? Did I miss it? No, I don't think it's on the overlay. Or I missed it. I'll check, don't worry. Where is she? There she is. No, it's built in 2013. Do you think they? Oh yeah, they retrofitted it. The picture on the radar on Vessel Finder is without the big bow. Ooh, it's retrofitted. That's interesting. I wonder if what advantages would it give? Like, it can prevent splashing. Do we think it helps for like aerodynamics as well for the wind? Maybe a little bit more fuel efficiency because of the curvature of that thing.
must be worth it, right? If they retrofit a ship from 2013 with that. She's indeed smoky. Yep, correct. We were here just past low tide and now we are, I think, approaching high tide. Yeah, I think it does, Giant Ray. I think it helps with the aerodynamics. That by itself then results in fuel savings, and it must be worth like installing it on an older ship. It looks interesting. It's very different. But I think the MSC ships are getting this more and more, and also the Hapag-Lloyd ones that we've seen. They're also getting this bow wave breaker thing. Windbreaker. You read 3% fuel saving. Again, 3% is, I guess that's quite a bit if you think about it. How do they even take this? I mean, would you ever think about wind resistance on a ship? Well, I guess you would, these container ships. She's smoking. I'm glad we waited for her. 3% is still several thousand liters a day. Yeah, exactly. So I can only guess that we'll see this more and more on the container ships then, this design. This massive, massive front panel. Because that thing is huge, that panel. I'm sure the camera again makes it look smaller than it is, but how tall would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 containers tall. So what is that, like 10 to 15 meters tall? Huge. For wind deflection, yeah, up to 3% savings apparently by retrofitting this thing. It does make the ship look a lot more like spacey, I would say. Let's look at it. Just zoom out enough to get her in one frame.
like really, it is really just a pane of metal, a sheet of metal they put on there. So it's completely hollow on the inside. Dude, there's room for 5 more containers. What is this? Yeah, I'm sure it will also help for the waves over the deck, but I think it's mostly about fuel efficiency installing this thing. It's an old boat turned upside down. Just took a bit of the scrap yard. 3% is a lot. Yeah. I mean, they fit these e-sails, which also have like sometimes only up to 5% efficiency increase. Yeah, they still fit them. All right, on this beautiful shot, we're about to wrap things up for today. Let me push the button. Bloop. All right, if you're new to the channel, if you liked being here, don't forget to follow or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We should be back tomorrow, hopefully with equally interesting ships. It's been a very interesting day. Lots of cool ships came by. Other than that, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the support as well. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.